All right. Good morning, everybody. Apologize for the late start. My name's Kevin. Welcome to Livin Freestyle Game Dev live stream. Usually we start this at 8 o'clock on Wednesday mornings, but we were having some technical difficulties this morning, so I believe we have those sorted out now, and our camera is working. As I said, this is a Game Dev AMA live stream. Hop in, ask questions. Generally speaking, we're working with Unreal and blueprints, front end, all those kinds of things. In addition to that, we also are, in the absence of any questions, if nobody hops in with questions, then what we'll do is we are just working on making our own game. And so basically I've been working towards a working prototype, and as I've been doing that, in the absence of questions, it's a little bit of a slow process, simply because making a game 2 hours a week is a little bit slow, but hopefully I get to work on stuff between. I took a look through our previous videos, and I'm gonna just double check it again just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we didn't have any questions. So many tabs open. Here we go. Yes, we do not have any questions from our previous streams that I know of. Nope, we're good to go. So what that means is today we're just gonna be focusing on answering any questions that come in live, as well as if there aren't any of those, then we'll just go ahead and continue working on our game. Once again, just because my brain is scattered, because it's Wednesday and tech difficulties, etc. My name's Kevin, and I am fortunate enough to work in video game development professionally right now. I work at Riot Games in R&D, and as fun as stuff is at work, there's a lot of cool stuff I don't get to do at work. And so not only is this a chance to hopefully help out some of you, but also I learn a ton by doing this, and then I can take that and I can apply it back to my workday. So let's see if we can get a few more things set up with our technical difficulties. Hermanios. Good morning, Hermanios. What are you working on today? Are you building your own game? Are you just kind of hanging out, checking out the stream? Or did you actually have questions? All right. Let's see, we need to get Unreal up and running here so we can hop in. And there's going to be a slight delay actually with the start, because it looks like, oh, actually no, it's going pretty fast. It looks like our compiler is taking its sweet time again this morning. Here, I can show you all, just so we don't mess this up too badly. So we're about 20 or 24. We'll be going here in a second. We'll get Unreal going. No games, Hermanios? You playing games? Are you building games? Oh, you're back. I thought okay meant you're back. My mistake. Good morning again. Are you working on your own game? Did you have any questions? While we wait for Unreal to open? Or are you playing games? One game. Okay, cool. What kind of game are you working on? He's like God of War, or they are like God of War. Team deathmatch, nice. That'll be cool. And Unreal or Unity, or what's your engine? Oh wait, Maybe, were you writing your own engine? Somebody hopped in one of the streams and they were writing their own engine. That's right, Godot engine and Roblox. Okay. Very cool. Where are we at? We are at 20 of 24. Oh no, did my mouse just die? Today is not our day. The reason this happens, by the way, is because I have both my work machine and my machine, and I have to switch back and forth between them. I'm pretty sure my switch just kills everything. But here we go. We have Life in Unreal. Now we can get this going. We'll make up our 10 minutes on the backside. Today, what are we working on today? So today we're going to be working on setting up our wingman and our encounter. And what I mean by wingman, as we kind of finished working on combos. And what do you use for modeling? So we'd finished up our combo attack. So we have a combo attack, we have guns, we got headshots working, there's a bunch of cool stuff that we got working. And then just to help with balancing and troubleshooting, very cool. Blender, very cool. Just to help with balancing a little bit, I had an idea that what I'd do is I'd spawn, because I believe ideally you're going to be able to play 1 to 3 players, and in order to help with balancing, I decided to spawn 2 AI as my teammates to help me fight the encounter. But they're kind of a bit thick and don't really help out so much, so we need to implement a wingman mode where they're going to at least follow along the player as the objective. So that's what we're going to be trying to do here this morning. And then the other thing we're going to do is I think we're going to set up a speed round, because having to walk the entire map to try to figure out balancing, it's a lot. So we're going to set up a quick little map to make a speed round for testing, so that we can quickly try to figure out how many enemies, how much power you need at given times and things like that. So that's what we're doing today. If Unreal would start, let's go. There we go. $93. Come on, give me 100. It's like waiting for your game client to load on any game, any network match game. Like, who's running a toaster, man? Come on. The good thing is our gamepad stayed connected, so we don't have to reconnect that. Let's go. Oh my goodness. 15 minutes, we're finally in an engine. Whew. Okay, so what we've got here is, this is our default map. This is just for testing. And if we go back to our combat map, let's find our combat map, and we'll go ahead and duplicate it right now. Combat gym. No. Maybe we won't duplicate it. Let's just switch to that. Okay. And if we spawn as a refresher, if we start as a refresher, we get our first run. What we've got is, we've got ourselves and we've got our 2 teammates. Now, they're just gonna run off. Well, right now I'm just using pistols. I have pistols, rifles, shotguns. So because I started with the Lyra shooter as a baseline. Oh, dude, my teammates already got killed. Oh, dude, I'm gonna die too. Not sure why she was just standing there. Okay, I actually had a bunch of guns kind of in place, but I haven't really actually made the guns that are going to actually be in the game because we're working prototype. I'm not worried about art. I'm not worried about anything like that. I'm worried about gameplay. We want to focus on gameplay and get all this stuff done. Okay, so as you saw, my teammates spawned and they just immediately ran off without me and died. So let's do a couple things here. Let's in our shooter mannequin blueprint. Let's update so that if a enemy spawns with a wingman attribute, we can set their strategy. And to do that, we're gonna need to take a look at their behavior trees. So let's take a look at our behavior trees, and we have our enemy behavior tree. And in here, we have our strategize task. Okay, and in strategize, we have come in. So if we're using a strategy override, then we're going to set our name to strategy override. So first step, back here in our friendly spawner, we're going to change our strategy override to wingman. This is going to be our new strategy type, which we have not had before. So then we're going to trace this back. So now once we're set to wingman, then what we're going to do is down here in, I believe it's fight, when we find random attack locations, cover positions and form up. Alright, so we're going to have to take a look at a couple of these. So let's take a look at find random attack location first. Alright, now inside here, if we are set to sentry, you can see this here, then we come up here and we have an actor to position around, which is our objective actor, which is set by our whatchamacallit, blackboard. Alright, but what we need is we need to figure out where our objective actor gets set. Because what we want to do is we want to add logic in there so that if their mode is wingman, the objective actor is a player. So here's our objective check and our find random nav location, set random focus, loadout, and find weapon location. Okay, so I believe this is where we need to do our update. So let's go in here. This is EQS context objective. Now, so this basically just gets all the actors with the tag objective, and then when it does that, it goes through and it adds all of this through here. Now, do we want, I don't think we want to do that. I was thinking maybe we wanted a separate variable for a teammate wingman thing, but I don't think we do, because then we would have to update all of our logic to do that. So we're just going to change this quickly. So if we take our query actor and we cast that to a hold on. Okay, this is just returning our actors. I see. Okay, I need, first things first, I need to know what this is. Is this a, we need to know, is this query actor, is it a pawn? No, it's an actor. But that could be a pawn maybe, or it could be a controller. So let's get the display name on this and just print it real quick. Get the display name, and we'll print this just to find out what it is. And then from that, we can do our casting. So So when we play, I didn't see it print anything. It didn't print anything. Our usual crash. So is that not being used? Our enemies spawn, our allies spawn, and they never look for objectives. What? BTS strategize, and then in fight, set focus, should fight, has target. Wait a second. Should melee. Oh, okay. That's because that only happens in patrol mode? Check ammo, check objective. This only happens in patrol mode. That's why. You know what? We should do this once at least when we start. Let's see if this is gonna break everything. Let's strategize and check. Shoot. In here, let's take our check objective. This may actually break our blueprint, so we're gonna have to be willing to take this out. But so let's check our objective here. All right. So now when we play. That makes 0 sense. It's supposed to do this every 2 seconds with a random deviation of 0.1. And check objective. Oh no, it's not check objective that we need. We need this. We need to know where this is being used. It's almost like we're not using this reference viewer. I don't think we're using that. That is confusing. All right, let's take a look through here. Let's go through all these. Should scavenge. Out of ammo. We have an objective actor, so that's just getting it. Find a random attack location is the same thing, this just gets it. Find random nav location gets it, these all get it. Find weapon location. Also just getting it. Oh, here we go. BTS check. This has gotta be it. Gets it. Clears it. If the objective actor cast failed. No, that's not it. Oh my goodness. So we're not using this? This is an EQS. If we're not using that, how are our enemies finding what they're supposed to form a sentry around? Okay, let's try another one. Let's look for sentry. Enemy health bar. That's the anagraph. This is strategize. So if our strategy could be sentry. I don't think it's being used. All right, new plan. Let's add it in. So let's add in. Objective. No, this should be an EQS. ETS check objective. Run EQS. And this is going to be objective. EQS find objective. Is that the one we want? EQS find objective runs get all objectives. Ah, okay. So if we go back, reference viewer. Okay, this is in patrol. Where in patrol was it? Alright, blackboard base conditions, search for objective, here it is. This is where it is. It's doing this in here. And so what we want is we basically want to do this. Except we need to do this at the top. Alright, we'll try running this like this. And we'll do this every... let's say 2 seconds for right now. I'm still not seeing it. Oh, that's because... wow, what is going on here? It's not running like this. This is a sequence. So let's put this over here. We'll do this. We'll not do look around. We're just gonna force success every time and give this a shot that way. Play. Somehow they're not hitting my prints. Holy smokes, they just killed me. Search for objective. Uses find objective. Find objective runs the EQS get all objects. Get all objectives. Get all objectives is different. Okay, I think we finally found it. Where were we with our print statement? Here. Okay, so we don't need this. This is not being used. That's the problem. So in here, we're getting all of our objectives. This is getting all actors of class, add generated actor, self. Get the querier. Okay. Ah, here we go. Get the querier. This is what we need. This is comparing the teams, making sure they're different. Not sure what that's all about. We'll solve that later. All right, so we're gonna get the querier. Let's get the display name. Get the display name. Holy cow! Today's one of those days. We're 30 minutes in. We haven't actually accomplished a single thing yet. Print string. I mean, except for reminding ourselves how our game works. Okay, so now we're going to print string. All right, that's the hero shooter mannequin. Okay, so with that, we can get the controller. Nope. Let's get the controller. Get the blackboard. Let's cast this to hero shooter mannequin. Hero shooter mannequin. And from that, let's get the blackboard. Do we have this here? We can get the blackboard. And from that, we're going to get a value as string, key name. Let's see, is strategize a string? Strategy is a name, actually. So we're going to make one of these. First we're going to get a name. Get the name. Get value as name, and we're going to make a literal here. And then this is going to give us our strategy. Okay, and if this is equal to wingman, alright, we want to set our objective to be. So if this is true, we're going to go up here, and what we want to do is we want to set value as object. And in this case, once again, we're going to make another one of these. And we're going to use objective actor. And we're going to set its value to be get player. We could get the player character, but that's only going to get the one at index 0, so it will always be the first person. So let's get players. Can we get more than one? Get current players. Oh, that's an integer. That's one way to do it. We could use the index, get players. Get player state. Get player state. Get current players. You know what? Let's just, for testing purposes, let's just not be fancy about this right now. Let's just get the player character. Alright, and we want to set this to that. Okay, now, so what we want to do is, we don't need this print string anymore. We don't need this display name. We're going to get the query. We're going to cast this to a hero shooter mannequin. This should just work. But just in case, We'll feed the false in here. Because even the enemy should be hero shooter mannequins, but maybe we'll change that one day. Okay. If that does work, then what we're going to do is we're going to do all of this. And once we set this value, we're going to oh, no, we're not going to set the value. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, interesting. So the way the query works is we want to add the generated actor here. So we're going to add the generated actor. And the generated actor we're going to add is this one. Okay. And then we could also do a return when we do that, if this is true. Okay, so if it's hero shooter American, if the strategy is wingman, we're going to get the player character and we're going to set that as a generated actor and we're going to return that. If it's false, we actually need to continue just like normal. And so let's make some room here. So we can read this a little easier. So if it's false, we're going to come back in here. All right. That looks clean. Let's compile and save that. Oh, I'm not connected to source control. Hold on one second. How far along, Hermanios, are you in your game? Alright, compile and save that. And then what we're going to do is test it. So let's go first off and just see. So we're gonna have a quick little fight here. But my teammates didn't make it. So let's go to spawn point 1 and set that to 0 so we can get a chance to see what our teammates are gonna do. Like, where are they going? He's going to get a gun? Is that what he's doing? Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Now where's he going? She's stuck. So I think this might be working. So she's following me, and he's following me. Excellent. Okay, so I think we're good. So if I run, they should come with me. They coming? They're slow, but they're coming. All right, go. Running an encounter. Go, teammates. Why are you waiting there? You know what? I want to know where in their behavior tree they are right now. Are they in patrol? Yes, okay. So here's what's happening. They're coming in here. There's no targets. There's no targets. They're checking their objective. They're searching for objectives. They're doing look-arounds. They're finding random patrol locations, and then they're waiting 2 seconds before they do what they're doing, which makes them feel stupid. So if we go back here and I move, hold on, let me click in here. If I move, all right, they're gonna, it could be up to 2 seconds before they follow me. So here they go, they're gonna find a new spot. And then if I move 1,000, 2, 1,000, then they finally move. Like that dude's still thinking. It's because there's such a long wait when they're doing their thing. So like right now, yeah. She's just sitting here waiting. And there's multiple waits in here. So let's see here. We have no weights here. We have no weights here. Squad lead. If squad lead is set, we're gonna wait for 7 seconds. If squad lead is not set, we're gonna wait for 2. Okay, let's do this. I wanna make a quick change here. I wanna make a couple of quick changes. Not sure I'm a huge fan of how this behavior tree draws these lines. So we're not going to rotate anymore. Alright, so here's what we want to do. We don't want to wait if, let's duplicate this. And let's check our strategy is not equal to wingman. Okay, we don't want to be waiting for 2 seconds whenever we're wingman. Alright, so if we change that, they're gonna feel a lot more responsive. Let's try. Okay, but they also may look like they're just crazy all the time too. So if I move, first they're gonna go get their gun. Okay, so she got the gun. They're gonna come hang with me. If I move, they move. Pretty good. That's pretty responsive. We're going this way. You all coming? I still want to know what that guy's doing. What is that dude doing? Kind of weird. Terribly confused. He got stuck. We're gonna have to fix that too. Like, what is that guy thinking about? The other thing that's strange. Oh. I wonder if one of these is a squad lead. Okay, so we are troubleshooting 0? Yep, 0. 0 is currently in patrol, and in patrol, we're gonna reopen this blueprint because something weird is going on. With our debug drop. Okay, here we go. So, alright, that's what's happening. They are a squad lead. We're missing one more. That's why. Alright, so let's just... We want to make sure that they're also not a wingman. Because squad lead shouldn't matter for them. Okay. Alright, everybody's gonna run around. Go get their guns. That person's gonna be confused. We definitely have to work on the pathing. He's almost there, okay. So this person, okay, so she got the gun. Now they're hanging out. If I move over here, they move over here. They're kind of just taking up positions around me, which is cool. All right, that feels good. All right, let's go. Try this again. Okay, so we got wingman implemented. It took us, it's been a rough morning, I'm not gonna lie. We haven't actually done real great with the progress. So now, I think what we want to do is start working on a little bit of the balancing. How strong do we need to be versus our enemies to make this feel good? So here comes the enemies, and we have my teammates. Also, wait, where's my teammates? What are they doing? Holy cow. They didn't do a very good job of being wingmen on that one. Oh wait, I respawned? Oh shoot, I got wrecked. She's got a gun? My goodness, where was she? Holy smokes, man. Alright. Reload. That's reload. Alright, we got weapons, we got ammo. No wait, where's she going? Is she with me now? Okay. We're going this way. Let's go. So the problem is our enemies are just getting stuck on these walls pretty easily. I mean our allies. And as a result of that, they're getting left behind pretty. You coming? We're going this way. Yeah, I'm spending way too much time thinking about this. Making sure she's with me. I need this to be a lot less mind shares. So she tries to jump that, and she can't. So... Also, she's not like picking up where I am. She's stuck somewhere in her loop. We're gonna have to figure that out. Let's try it again from scratch. Let's try this again from scratch and see if we can do a better job. they're going to pick up that gun. Where's the other one? Stuck. Alright, let's go, people. We're going this way. We're walking, we're walking. Alright. Up this wall. Something going on with the collision against that wall. We'll have to check that. Come on, buddy. Come over here. There we go. Alright. See if we can get you all some guns. Stuck again. We gotta figure out their pathing. And this is a long time before we see any enemies. There we go. I gotta get better at this game. Ooh. Okay. First encounter, we lost a wingman. Alright, so is this person still following me now? Not enough ammo. Okay, cool. Alright, we're learning a lot. Our wingman is working. Even with a wingman, this is still pretty hard. And we are far too long between encounters right now. Holy smokes. They just wrecked us. Okay, we just got killed. Alright, so let's do what we mentioned. I want to make. No, actually, this is not a bad test case, because what's happening is we're actually learning a lot about the fact that our allies are not following us very well. And so let's see, how are we gonna do this? When they're patrolling, we're basically in patrol right now. All right, and the specific area we're going to is, this is our move to. And what's happening is our pathing is not very good. I don't know where to even start with fixing the pathing. Because what's happening is if we turn on our nav mesh. First off, I don't see why this is a problem over here on the left. Because we're definitely hitting something on the left. What is this recast nav? This is our nav mesh bound. Was I not supposed to delete that? Okay. And then suggested agents, components, collision. Yeah, I'm not worried about collision. Let's try to run against this wall again. see if that recast was doing something weird. No, something's weird over here. Oh, whoa. Bad guys. Jeez. Okay. Thanks for letting me try to fix stuff. See this jitter? I remember seeing this before. Let's take a look at our project setting. See if there's anything in there. Nav. Mesh. Draw nav mesh edges. Nav mesh origin, draw failed nav links, auto create navigation, spawn nav data, and nav bounds allow client side. Dirty areas update frequency. Sort navigation areas by cost. Oh, I wonder if our nav bounds are so huge, because it's huge, it's this whole map. If that is actually causing issues with decimals. Let's see if we just change the size of this. Do we still have that same issue? Yes, we do. Okay, so that's not it. Okay, so that's not it. Let's do some internet searches, shall we? Unreal Engine, nav, mesh jitter. Oh, nav mesh invoker, character jitter. Here we go. No answer. No answer, and it was bumped as a form. So when the nav mesh that's not what we want. All right, I'm not finding a whole lot of information on engine nav mesh jitter. Now, I'm not getting a whole lot of information there. So let's just go ahead and set up our speed map. To do that, I'm going to go back to maps. And let's interesting, there's an entry map here. Let's browse this map. Why can't I find anything this morning? Here we go, playground. So let's duplicate this and let's call this a speed round. Speed round level. All right, we'll come in here Sure, let's save everything. Yep, we can check those out. All right, so in speed round, what we'll do is we'll make this. I'm gonna do a couple things here. We'll make this a little bit more square. Okay. Oh, undo. Same thing with these walls. Interesting. They must be parented. So we can fix this one now. Bring it back down. All right, first thing I want to check is I want to check the walls. So I'm not getting any jitter along this edge. Who's fighting? Oh, my teammates are fighting. Okay. All right, so I'm not getting any jitter along those walls. So there's got to be something different about that map. Now, the other thing is why? Oh, I know why. Okay, so our spawn point 1, and we need to set their mode to wingman. Okay, so now what's going to happen is they're going to spawn. They're going to go in and kill all the bad guys, because the bad guys are set up as target dummies. They're just making their way through those. And then when they're done, they should come hang out with me. So clearly they shouldn't just stand there. So yeah, they're basically following me around. This feels good. This part of it feels good. All right, now what we need to do is get a couple of, we'll set this up like kind of like a paintball fast arena. So let's just duplicate this. We're gonna make these to be exactly the size you need. Actually, let's just start simple. Let's just start with a single wall. Right down the middle. Okay, and let's take a look at our spawn points. We'll put these over here. Let me keep this damage. Do I need this? I don't need the damage. All right, and then what do we have here? These are our lights and stuff. All right, we have our player starts. We have our enemy starts. And we're going to change this to be none. So they're live. Our enemies are live. So this is 3v5. Let's go. Okay, they do not sense enemies yet. They are just currently following me. The enemies are, let's see if we can see them without triggering them. They're not, oh, they did spawn. Okay. We beat them, but both my wingmen died. So the only thing they know how to do, I got your back, dude. Alright, we beat him. And, oh wait, no. Alright, I got through with one wingman, so that's interesting. I'm getting better. maybe. Wait, is that red? Oh yeah, that's the bad guy. Both my wingmen did not make it that time. Okay, so I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work as a speed test. And also there's a couple things here that we're probably gonna want to be able to do as far as things that we had mentioned for testing, speed of testing. So we wanna be able to change our encounter. We wanna be able to add enemies, take out enemies on the fly, stuff like that, so I don't constantly have to sit here and press restart. Okay, we beat that one. Oh no, more people over here. Okay, here's the other interesting thing. They should be, if I just press play and we eject, the enemy should be in patrol mode. But they're just sitting there. Why? This is Shooter Man 9. Fight. Shooter Man 9 is in patrol mode. Squad lead's not set. Strategy should not be wingman. Squad lead is set. And strategy is not equal. Is it coming here? Is that failing? Oh, I see. So what's happening is this is failing. So it doesn't even do look around or wait, which is interesting. And also, okay, so that's fine. And over here, we're looking for weapons. We're not finding any. Okay, so we didn't find any weapons. Then we're searching for an objective. And look around is not set. So we should be finding random patrol location, but squad lead is not set for 9. Okay, so let's check these others. 7. I want to know 6, 5, 6. 4, 2, 0. Okay, so squad lead is set on this one. So we're finding a random patrol location. And when we find our random patrol location, okay, back to this, we can remove this breakpoint, resume, we're moving to that, we're not moving anywhere. Let's get ring positions. Okay, so here we go. we're finding a random location. So we're clearing out our positions. We're getting the blackboard. We're getting look around. No, we're setting it to false. Checking AI controller. Getting the control pawn. We're getting the move to location's current location. Do we have an objective actor? Wait a minute. If we do, and we're not search and destroy, we're gonna come up here. Okay, we're not a sentry. We're gonna come down here. The move location is no different. Our squad lead, for some reason, has an objective actor that is itself, I think. Okay, we're gonna stop and we're going to simplify this a lot. So let's do this. We're going to take our buddies. We're not going to spawn our buddies, and we're going to spawn one enemy. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep that there. All right, now, what is our objective actor now? Oh, I see. They were set to defend. I think they were set to defend. Okay, so let's try this. Let's go back to our strategize task. And here's strategize. Originally, when people were spawning, we were setting them to do something. In this case, if we randomize that, actually, let's just make them all, yeah, let's just randomize. There we go. Now we're searching and destroying. How long are they waiting? Seven seconds. That is a long time. Alright, the reason they're waiting 7 seconds is because they're lead and they're waiting for their teammates to catch up. That is entirely too long. Okay, so let's reduce that. Let's change this to like 2 and go again. Alright, so 1,000, alright, 1,000, 2 1,000, 2 1,000. So, what is this? Here's our squad lead find random control location. And what's happening in here is somewhere in here. Okay, they found me. Unfortunately, we need to make our AI a little bit smarter. What's happening is our enemies are spawning here, and then they're finding random locations. So right now we're not a sentry, and we're getting a random location in a search radius, and our search radius is 500. That is a small search radius. And if their current position, if the move to location distance, move to location gets, that's our current actor, is less than our search radius, we are, what are we doing here? Project setting. Plugins. No, that's not the subsystem I want. Room. I'm looking for lines. Wait, oh no, this, well, not in project settings. Edit, editor preference. Plugin, electronic nodes. I need to try something different with these. Because these are just kind of confusing to look at. Let's just try that for a little while. Because this is very tough to follow the lines right now, because we're using these electronic nodes. And we do default, yeah. So switching between default, so I was trying out this plugin, so that's Subway. This is default. Manhattan. Okay, we're gonna try Manhattan for a little while. And okay. One more change. I want to see if I put in a node here and change this to left. That's not quite what I want. Change this to pin and right. None. Left. This might help. Let's try this. Okay. And then oh, I see. Alright, now we finally have something that makes a little more sense visually. I want to turn on those arrows too. While we're in here, we need those arrows. Just for kick. Okay, so at this point, what is happening is we just couldn't even read what was happening. That's part of the problem. Oh, I don't like the way that overlays there. It doesn't look right. We may just go back to default. I like there's some things I like about that plugin, but I'm finding it sufficiently distracting right now that I may just have to. Well, maybe we can try this. 30 on the wire. Try 20. No. 10. That's a little better. Say right and no. Alright, that might be a little more readable. We still have this weird thing that comes in here. But at least I can add that thing in there. Okay, let's try that. Alright, so back to what we were doing before we got distracted from readability. Was we clear our positions, we come in here, and we basically are setting I'm wrong. I don't even want to mess with this right now. Let's just go back to default. Go default. Yeah, I mean, at least this way I can see what this connects to. Okay, cool. So we come in here, we set our move to location. Right, this is what we were doing. Our move to location is where we are currently. The distance from the objective actor. If the objective actor is not valid though, we're going to come this way. So we don't have an objective actor. So then we're going to get a random regional point in radius. We're going to set that as our move to location. If that's true, I want to draw where that is. I want to make sure that's what we're seeing. I'm going to draw a debug sphere. And we're going to draw it. Actually, I'm going to draw it after. Okay, we'll draw it here. That way we know we're getting a thing. Let's go radius of 50. Let's go nice bright pink. And what we should see when we eject, now our enemy should not have an objective actor. There it was. It popped up for a split second. Popped up for a split second. Then she's gonna see me and go. Alright, so 3 shots and I'm done. That's exactly where we are. And the problem with it is that sometimes when we're looking for this radius, what's happening is we're not getting any smart points. So we might pick a point here, point here, point here, point here, and never actually change what we're actually able to see. So I think what we've proven is a couple things. The wingman stuff is cool. We got our first speedrun prototype. This morning was kind of slow just in general. Due to fun, but we do need to wrap it up because I do actually have to go to the day job. So, Hermanios, thanks for hopping in. It was good seeing you again. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Anybody else who is hanging out in the wings, again, also thanks for hopping in. And if you have any questions about this or your own projects, please don't hesitate to drop those in the comments or just hop in on the next Q&A. So we're going to be doing that Sunday night at 10:15 Pacific time. So these are, like I said, Sundays and Wednesdays right now, 2 different times. 10:15 at night on Sunday, 8 a.m. on Wednesday, so we can cover different time zones. And I'm happy to hop into those questions. I hope everybody has an awesome rest of your week, and hopefully I can get through a couple of these things before Sunday, and I'll have some cool stuff to show you on Sunday. So later on.